It's May, so that means Science Fiction Month. On Hot Sauce, our audio podcast, we're chatting with singer-songwriter PJ Shapiro about Firefly on May 7th. Here's a clip of his music.
Breaking strings feels like breaking free. Greater rings bound.
And here's a clip of the episode.
The stuff that I grew up on, a lot of them, yeah, okay, they weren't terribly well written. They were rushed. They were not produced with any money whatsoever. You know, Tom Baker, Doctor Who, for instance. Even the original Star Trek, which, okay, they spent a lot of money, but even as a kid, you know, it looked kind of cheesy. It doesn't have to be good, especially when there wasn't nearly the variety or the outlets to see that stuff. So when you did find it, you kind of would latch on just because, hey, this is actual science fiction.
On May 14th, I'm excited to announce that we chat with actor Simon Jones about voice acting, theater, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Here's a clip of Hitchhikers.
And then I'll do it some more, and then I'll take all the little bits and I'll jump on them, and I'll carry on jumping them until I get blisters, or I think of something even more pleasant to do. What the hell's that?
And here's a clip of the episode.
I've done a few My Fair Ladies, one in which I had my front teeth knocked out on a stagehand. It's rather put me off doing My Fair Lady again.
Oh, was that some sort of elaborate stunt or just...
No, it was a deeper blackout than we were led to expect. And I went sauntering off, expecting to come immediately back on again, and I collided with the forehead of a stagehand and knocked out my front teeth. I heard them tinkling on the ground.
Ouch.
On May 21st, we chat with the band Sunspot about their music, and then we geek out about things like time travel and Torchwood. Here's a clip of their music.
That you count on me. Do you know I want you more than my degree?
And here's a clip of the episode.
I made a trek to the UK just to see David Tennant play Hamlet with Patrick Stewart as Claudius. You know, it was all the worlds collided at once, like the Star Trek, Doctor Who worlds. I almost fainted. Like, I just couldn't take my eyes off him. I'm like, holy crap, the captain's right there. And like, I don't know if he's looking at me, but if he did, I would just, I'd melt.
And on May 28th, we chat with comedian Dave Hill about his music, comedy, and his new book. We don't have a preview yet, but I promise it'll be good. Now videos! May 9th, episode 4 of Plain Ketchup's Kitchen Mishaps. Here's a clip of the episode.
Remember, we use crispy in that.
But sometimes things are crispy and sometimes things are burned.
It looks like I went mining.
I mean, very few people have probably tried, Mexican soda, Twinkies, and bacon. I mean, it's not something you find on your average deli menu.
May 16th, new hilarious horoscopes. So if you haven't checked your horoscope in the last 6 months, now's the time to do it before we swap them out. Here's some bloopers.
I was born under a sign too. Aisle 7, frozen foods. That explains a lot.
You don't mind?
That wasn't the right noise. Scorpio, don't give up. Scorpio. Don't see the cars with strangers all the time. I got it. Okay, are you ready? Wait, was this recording? Yes!
May 23rd, we take a trip inside the vault and look at episode 3 of our old animated podcast, We're Not John Stamos. Here's a clip of the episode.
You look up in a tree and there's a man
with cat eyes, and he's like,
and he comes down slankily like a cat, and he's like purring. It was the weirdest thing.
And then he started like rubbing up on Luke like a cat would.
And
What on earth are you talking about?
No, dead serious. And that's when the sky opened and this guy came down on a giant sun. And what was he singing? Sing the line.
I was once that little boy. That little boy was me. What was it? Oh, it was just so weird. I was like, what little boy? I never saw a little boy. Did you see a little boy?
No.
May 4th, a new recipe from Nicole Marganow over on our recipe page on plainketchuppodcast.com. And then we're taking a 3-month summer vacation. We'll be back in September with new videos every Wednesday and new interviews every Monday. Until then, wait, you're only tuning in to see if you won this month's giveaway? Fine. If this is you, email Jamie and Lindsay at gmail.com by June 1st to win your prize. Otherwise, sign up for our newsletter on plainketchuppodcast.com or email Jamie and Lindsay at gmail.com with the subject Plain Ketchup Giveaway in the subject line. Yawn.
Okay, wait. What? Okay, planking out. That's planking.
This is planking.
There are people on the internet videotaping themselves
Planking.
just laying still.
Yeah, and taking photos. Just like if this wasn't a glass table, I would plank on this table right now to show you guys.
But
why?
But Luke told me about the new thing that you're doing. So like if you get a big old semi truck, right?
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
get a big old semi truck, and then
This is a big semi-truck?
this is the wheel.
Okay.
This is the wheel, guys. The wheel. So like person 1 would lay with like their head behind the wheel, and person 2 would like ball up and have their head sticking out on like the other side of a different wheel, so it looks like the head is completely separate from the body.
Yes.
That's a new thing that they're doing.
What is that called?
Trucking.
Trucking.
I don't think that's the right. So owling is just the crouching one.
Yeah.
So are they videotape? Like, how long did you do it for? Why are they doing it? Is it like 4 people?
Why are you sitting in a chair, Jamie? I mean, really.
But I don't. But
We
I
don't
don't
question
just
certain
sit
things.
still with a video camera running and just sit there and. He says, I don't understand. Why do people watch
Jamie,
this?
you're not hip enough to understand. It's okay.
Oh, thank God.